Okay, we have another game. Let's see if we can cross the 2200 mark with this game. Okay, Taimanov. Always play quick f4 against the Taimanov. Bishop b4. I guess we just take the knight and play bishop to d2. And queen g4 is coming. I'm not sure I like the way he's played this. But then I'm just gonna take with the bishop now. This cannot be good. With the king this exposed, this simply cannot be good. Threatening to take on f6 after the check on g7. Stops that. Just double on the e-file. I'm not worried about the pawn on b2. That's gonna be... I don't think that that's gonna be a good move. And because I have some very interesting move, bishop to f5 now. And that might actually be winning, as a matter of fact. And there's not much we can do here. I think that taking on b2 in positions like this is just completely crazy. Like, you're completely disconnecting your pieces, and you're accomplishing what exactly? I'm not so sure. Okay, there's enough time. Let's think about a winning plan here. Material is equal. I'm not down any pawns, which is good. Yeah, I think queen to g7, queen g7, queen e7 makes a lot of sense. And then what happens if he goes to d4? Can he escape? I have a lot of checks with the rooks here. No, that probably leads to checkmate even, because then, okay, let's calculate. Queen g7, let's say he moves anywhere, he allows the check on e7, king d4, rook d1, king c4, then I have rook takes c6. So let's go for it. Because I think moving the king anyway is gonna be a mistake, but now he just... Oh my god, he actually has a checkmate here. How incredibly annoying is that? That is in fact very annoying. Let's give it a check. Now I can cover with the queen. You see king anywhere, rook takes e8, rook takes e8, rook takes e8. Queen check on b1, for example, and I have queen g1. Let's think about something more direct, like a checkmate here, for example, because if I give the check on c6 now, I mean, here I shouldn't be calculating. I should just be up a rook here, really, because it is in positions like this where you decide to play for a checkmate and you can end up with a significant material advantage. This is how you actually lose games, because you miscalculate something. There is no checkmate. He escapes, and then you've missed the bigger prize, which is the extra material. But let's see. We have the time here. What is he going to do? Yeah, but I think that actually wins the queen. No, unless it's a checkmate. I'm not accomplishing anything because he has an attack on this rook, so I cannot I cannot skewer the king and the queen because he has an attack on this rook. So this has to be a checkmate of some kind. Let's calculate. Yeah, I think this is a checkmate actually. Because rook takes c6, king anywhere, queen to b7, then he has only one move, which is king to a4. And then I have rook to a6 checkmate. So let's do it like this then. Yeah, very nice. That was a very nice game. Now I think taking on b2 in positions like this where your king is exposed, you need to consolidate, you need to defend. You cannot just grab pawns when you're facing a checkmate attack. I mean, the other problem is he didn't see bishop to f5, which was a really obvious move. I would expect a 2200 player to see that. So these are the mistakes he made, I think. So good game. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, let's take a quick look. I think this was pretty straightforward, but there might have been a better way to play. So I'd like to check if that is the case. I think the opening went really well for me. This move is a pretty weakening move. The computer doesn't like it already. I think here he needs to be more restrained and just castle, I guess. I know the computer prefers queen b6, but I think castles is definitely better. Yeah, computer gives equal value to these moves. Let me just increase the calculating strength of the engine a little bit. So yeah, this f5 move is just way too early for this move. Like, he's opening the position while his king is in the center, so I just take the bishop, and now this is a very decent advantage for white. Now here I thought it was too early for bishop f5, but that is what the computer wants. And that is because there is some sort of, I wouldn't say a defense, but there is a way to minimize white's advantage. So bishop to f5 was better. Let's see why. Okay, king b6, queen b6, king h1, queen takes. Okay, c4 was definitely not a move I was going to play. Definitely not. It is this. This is the reason. Because when the bishop was on f5 in the previous variation, he cannot afford to step with the king away, while here he can. Yeah? Because previously the pawn was attacked by the bishop and the rook, so the king had to stay protecting it. Now he can do this because I will never take on e6. I just don't want to give up the exchange for no reason here. And here he does seem to have a defense. Obviously this pawn is protected, the f6 pawn is protected, I cannot take it, he's protecting with his queen on b2. So once again, c4, would I have played c4 here? I doubt it. So maybe he can just escape with the king on the queen side, and that kind of minimizes the advantage. I mean, it goes down from 3 to 1.74, so this is definitely not that good, even though it's probably still winning. Bishop to f5 was preferable. Let's see where that was. Yeah, here bishop to f5, and the king cannot step away. So that's one point. Let's see what my conversion was like during the game. I think that was also pretty straightforward, because That was a classic king hunt in a way. Yeah, I saw the bishop to f5 move eventually, and it was actually okay to play it here as well. But again, it could have been played earlier with a bigger advantage in that particular position. This is obviously completely winning because his rooks are completely disconnected from the defense of the king, and after queen g7 and queen a7, as in the game, there is simply a mating net, and as long as you don't fall for this move, for rook takes, then the mate is inevitable. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next game.